The future of large-scale sporting events and concerts is in the spotlight as nations work out how to stop them from becoming COVID-19 super spreaders. More than 60,000 fans are expected at London's Wembley Stadium this week for the Euro 2020 semi-final. There's already evidence of coronavirus spreading at such events. Joining us from Bath in the UK is Dr. Bharat Pankhania, Senior Clinical Lecturer at the University of Exeter's Medical School. Dr. Bharat is also a specialist on emergency preparedness, planning and disease control. Good to have you with us. So what do these events say to us about any COVID safety measures which these events were putting in place? Did they fail?
Well, the COVID safety measures are at the event, and that is the big problem, because there are events that lead up to coming to the stadium, and then there are events that happen after leaving the stadium, for which at either end the organizers are not in control. And as a result of those events, such as going to the pub, the singing and dancing in the streets before and after, the crowded bus, train, etc., leading up to it before and after, those are all not under the control of the organizers, and infection can occur in any one of those places, including at the event. And testing is an inaccurate science. So the organizers tell us that they test and they space people out, etc., but testing is an inaccurate science.
All right, there's a lot to unpack in your answer there. First of all, what does this tell us about what measures need to be taken now at some of those places outside of the venues, like you said, where they're gathering in trains and stations and bars and etc.? And is there any sign that authorities will actually be learning and implementing those lessons?
The trouble is, it's very difficult to control those control measures outside of the event. Short of a lockdown, it is almost impossible. So what we can do is advise, inform, educate the people who wish to go to the stadium how to keep safe. And it's not easy, because a lot of them are young people, and then they are dropping their guard because of being with friends. And of course, alcohol allows you to also drop your guard. So it's difficult. No matter which way we go, it's difficult. Having said that, you can still have a lot of education, advice, information, and stricter adherence to rules whilst you're in the stadium, but it is difficult.
All right, given everything you said, what does this all mean for the Tokyo Games coming up?
I'm very concerned, and I feel a better decision would have been to say no Olympics. Regretfully, no Olympics. I love the Olympics, but it is with a risk. Now, I would hope that the Japanese government will set up additional professional testing. In other words, a test carried out, a PCR test, which is more sensitive and more accurate, carried out by a well-trained person, is more likely to pick up a potentially infected person than a lateral flow test. So more of those tests leading up in sequence, a sequence of tests, and then they are very strict with their rules and regulations. So that bit I'm not worried about, but the gathering of people from all over the world, from all directions, is a concern, and relying on a test carried out by somebody is an unreliable reliance.
All right, thank you so much, Dr. Bharat, for your thoughts on that.
Thank you.